Everybody's to tell the truth. Sports Radio. I'm your host Ron Fitch, and I'm gonna tell you the truth about the national champion Indiana Hoosiers, the 2026 national champions Indiana Hoosiers, and how they won. This was a great second half. The first half, it was a defensive struggle, and it looked like Miami was going to completely shut down Indiana because Mendoza was kind of spotty until the end, and they got up 3-zip. They got up 10-0 on mistakes by Miami. The offside penalty, the dumb pass interference penalty. Then they end up scoring a touchdown with their fullback. It's 10-0. And my headline is why Miami's special teams cost them a national championship. They missed a field goal to Carter Davis misses a 50-yard field goal, and he had plenty of distance. It hit the goalpost. Now they're behind. Now Fletcher, it was a great touchdown, 57-yard touchdown by Fletcher, and they stop Indiana, and then both teams are stopping each other. But Indiana has the field possession. They're winning the field possession game, and another costly turnover on a block kick and recovered by Isaiah Jones and a touchdown. And he was the man who blocked the football was untouched. It wasn't a jailbreak or anything. It was just one guy not making a number 87 on Miami, did not make a block, and that cost him. So 17-7. Miami comes back. 3rd and 6, Carson Beck throws to CJ Daniels. Carson Beck is under duress, and he's not the most mobile guy, but he's able to get it, move around the pocket, and make a great play. And Fletcher scores. And in the fourth quarter, it was a Malachi Tony show. And Indiana was very fortunate to win this game. Indiana had a gotta have it drive. It was 15. It was 17 plays. It was a 17 play drive. And they had two big fourth down plays. Charlie Becker is the hero, the unsung hero of the game. The 19-yard catch, it was a tough catch. And this is the year that college and NFL players are just dropping balls. It was a critical drop ball by Indiana in the second quarter, I believe, third quarter. And they were able to overcome that. And Charlie Becker didn't drop any passes. He caught the pass. And they end up scoring on a very clever play. It's 4th and 4. Do you kick the field goal? If they kick the field goal, it's a 6-point one possession game. And the way Malachi Tony was taking over, Miami was scoring. And Miami scored right away. So they had to get it. Signetti, it was a good chance. And the play that probably one of the most iconic plays that everybody will remember is the Mendoza 12-yard touchdown where he evaded the rush, didn't look like he might make it, made the first down, but didn't more than that. Spun off a defender and dove in the end zone and scored. It was an iconic play. And they scored, and I was thinking Miami's going to score right back. They scored right back. Malachi Tony took over the game. 41-yard pass down the middle. I thought he was going to score, but he got a 22-yard. It was kind of a misdirection play. It was clever. They score. 6:37 left. I'm thinking Indiana needs to score a touchdown. So they drive down the field, and Becker makes another great catch on 3rd and 10 at the Indiana 48. Miami, you punt that ball, Miami's going to win. Becker catches it, and they get down the field. And now 2nd and 1. And all they need is one. And they ran the ball surprisingly well. against Miami. So they're running the ball real well. But it was one of the biggest illegal procedure penalties. It could have been the biggest of college football history if Miami would have won the game. 3rd down and 5. I'm passing the ball. I know they wanted to take time off the clock and all that, but I'm putting in my trust in the Heisman Trophy winner in Mendoza that you're going to run for a first down or you're going to pass, and that would have ended the game. They got conservative and they kick a field goal. Trap doors open. They're only up 6. Minute 47 left. Miami don't have any timeouts. They didn't need any timeouts. They're driving out of the field, and they have the ball at the 41-yard line of Indiana. 1st and 10. Just keep going down the field. But they got reckless, and Jamari Sharp intercepts the ball, and they win the game. And he's from Miami, so this was sweet justice, not getting recruited by the Hurricanes, him going to Indiana. How did he find Indiana? Curt Cignetti, they win his first national. He wins his first national championship, 16-0, the biggest turnaround in American sports history. Last year they made the playoffs. The year before they were terrible. He comes there. He says, Google him. You Google him. Google Cignetti. It'll say national championship, biggest turnaround in American sports history. And what he said, which lets me know that they're not done yet. I'm taking tomorrow off, and then after that, I'm going right back to work. No vacation or nothing. And that lets me know they might not win the national championship next year, but they're going to be in it because they have a lot of seniors leaving. But as long as he has a scheme and a coaching, he'll get the players to fit his system and his culture. And I trust him. As far as Miami's concerned, they got away with mistakes against Ole Miss that they didn't get against Indiana. Because the kicker, he missed a bunch of kicks against Texas A&M, but Malachi Tony saved him. He missed his crucial kick, and there was no saving. You can't leave that field at halftime with 0 points. And I would have been more aggressive if I was Miami. I would have went down the field and tried to take some more chances to get closer. 50 yards is doable, but maybe they try for a touchdown. You got Malachi Tony. Maybe he breaks a couple tackles and he scores a 10-7, and now you're really rolling. But their defense played good. Miami's defense was in the first half was pushing Indiana around. But Indiana made the adjustments they had to make, and Mendoza did what he had to do. I wasn't crazy about his game, but he did what he had to do. 16 of 27, 186 yards, and he got sacked 3 times. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he did what he had to do. And they ran the ball for 130 yards. Black and Hemby, they surprised I'm surprised. They're a running team. They run well, but I didn't know if they was going to run on Miami's front. And they ran on Miami. It was a 3rd down, 3rd and 7, I believe. And they were able to get like 15 yards on the run. I think that surprised Miami. And then Fletcher in the second half got busy. 112 yards, most of them in the second half. But the star of stars, especially going forward next year, is Malachi Tony. This guy was a freshman. Next year, he's going to be helpful. But now Miami's got to replace their quarterback. They got to kind of retool, which they will, because now winning, you're going to get recruits. And you're in Miami, so they should be good. But I think the coach said, it's no guarantee you're going to go right back. It's not easy. Now you got to turn around and try to get right back. You can get in the playoffs, but maybe all the breaks or different breaks you got to get there doesn't happen. Michigan's going to be a lot better. Ohio State still has Jeremiah Smith on their team, and their quarterback's still there. Georgia, I'm wondering about Georgia because Kirby Smart was rolling, and then the NIL kind of revolution came, and Nick Saban was like, nope, goodbye. And the SEC teams that are not named Texas, they have to try to get the type of money you need. Now the Texas teams are going to be fine. Texas Tech, Texas, Texas A&M, and I'm hoping SMU. I'm trying to get Thaddeus Matula on to talk about that. I'm gonna reach out to him after I do his podcast to talk about the money in NIL. But the Texas teams, now I'm looking. I'm hearing that USC is kind of coming up. I'm surprised UCLA with Hollywood money is not making their move. But the Big Ten, they have Michigan's the richest team in the country, according to a report a couple of years ago. I don't know if they still are, but Michigan has got it. Indiana now has it. Ohio State's got it. So the Big Ten teams, the top ones, not the bottom ones, are going to struggle a little. See, SEC has more. Their level of good teams, they have more depth as far as the teams in their conference. But the top dogs in the Big Ten are better. Indiana, Ohio State, Michigan. Then it's a drop off. But SEC, they're good from head to toe, but they're not as prolific as like the Indiana. I'm waiting to see what Georgia's going to do because Kirby Smart got off to a pretty good start. Now I wonder how the fan base is going to be with that. But it's neither here or there. Congratulations to Indiana, the national championship.